Hi, this is Pushkin Negi. I am currently pursuing PGDIM, that is Postgraduate Diploma in Industrial Management from NITI, Mumbai. Today I am going to talk about a post-mod subject, that is Principles of Management. In short, we call it POM. The first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word management is managing things. And you are right. Management means managing things. But that is at a very layman terms. When you move a little deeper into the subject, you realize there are different concepts, different nuances involved in management. Management itself is a very big ocean, and we were able to grasp a part of that ocean in a subject, the POM. Now, talking about the faculty for the subject was Dr. T. Prasad. We lovingly call him Dr. Mandi. Now, when I talk about the subject POM, what we learn from the subject? How did the subject influence us? How we were able to coordinate the learnings from the subject from our work ex, and how we were able to practically implement those learnings in everyday life. All these were covered during our learning from the subject POM. Now, delving into what we were taught during the curriculum is, the first thing that we were taught was classical organization theory. Classical organization theory, we covered the Hawthorne experiments, scientific management, Henry Fayol, the theories of Mark Weber, Theory X and Theory Y managers. The first misconception when reading those theories was, are those theories still relevant in today's world? And why are we reading those theories? But after reading those theories, these classical theories, I realized these concepts still hold significance in today's management world. They really do. When I talk about the Hawthorne experiments, the biggest learnings from these experiments was that both the management and the workforce need to work together towards a common goal, and that goal is realizing the organizational goal. How we need to make a synchronization between the personal goals of the worker, and how we need to correlate those goals with the organizational goals. The 14 principles of Henry Fayol, the Mark Weber theory, Theory X and Theory Y managers. When I talk about the Theory X and the Theory Y managers, we need to understand what are the concepts involved in making a Theory X Y manager and a Theory Y manager, and when we need to be one, we need to understand the implications of being a Theory X and a Theory Y manager. Being a manager or being a would-be manager, I realized after reading these two theories that we need to understand and behave according to the situation and need to apply the appropriate theory. Another aspect that dealt was teamwork and goal creation. Teamwork forms the backbone of today's organization. What goes into making a successful team? What are the dynamics of a team? What are the different roles played in a team? All that was dealt in detail under the heading teamwork. Now, talking about goal creation. How do we make a successful goal? How do we move towards attaining that goal? How do we bring all the stakeholders involved in attainment of that goal on a common platform? These were some of the biggest learnings in goal creation. And in fact, what I realized is that goal creation is the first successful step towards attainment of that goal. When you define a clear goal, half of your battle is won. So goal creation is another important aspect that we learned from the POM subject. And another thing that we learned was the organizational structure. The different organizational structure, the different aspects that are involved in making an organizational structure. When I talk about organizational structure, I talk about bureaucracy and flat hierarchy. When to use a bureaucracy and when to use a flat hierarchy. We are taught about both a bureaucracy and a flat hierarchy with relevant examples from everyday life. So we learned what goes into making an organizational structure and the importance of an organizational structure in running a successful organization. Another aspect dealt was vision and mission. People have a big misconception regarding these two terms, vision and mission. Even I had before I started reading about these terms in this subject. When I talk about the vision statement tells what an organization believes in and what it will try to achieve in the long run. And when I talk about the mission statement establishes what the organization aims at in the short term. Then another aspect dealt was leadership and motivation. that today's management and today's organization are looking towards great leaders. When you talk about leadership, what are the different aspects in a good leader? How a leader should behave in an appropriate situation? What is expected of a leader from the group? What goes into making a successful leader? All these concepts were dealt in the head leadership. Another thing that was correlated with this term was motivation. When I talk about motivation, a demotivated employee will not perform, but a motivated employee will perform beyond his capacities and beyond his capabilities. So this is another very important aspect that we dealt in this subject. When I talk about motivation and leadership together, there are differences, there are similarities in these two concepts. When I talk about motivation, motivation is a subhead of leadership. A leadership encompasses motivation, as in a leader is expected to motivate his group. What all theories are involved in motivating an employee? The same theories might not hold significance in all the different situations. So we have different theories, different implications, and when to use each theory. Another thing that we were taught was job creation, designing a job. When I talk about job creation, as managers or as future managers, we are expected to be proficient in this art, designing a job. What are the different aspects or different intricacies involved in designing a job? How do we design a successful job? Do we design the same job for the same set of employees, or we do adopt a different strategy while designing a job for different employees? So job creation holds a lot of significance in today's world. Now talking about efficiency and effectiveness. These two terms drive the organizations today. Effectiveness is doing the right things, and efficiency is doing the things right. When you talk about effectiveness is what drives the organization, as in it clearly defines the goals of an organization, where the organization wants to venture in, the future goals of an organization, how the organization wants to build itself. And when I talk about the efficiency, I talk about the processes involved in achieving those effectiveness. Together, both efficiency and effectiveness lead the organization towards excellence. I have already dealt with the course curriculum, the structure of the curriculum. Now talking about the pedagogy or the methods involved in teaching. First time I came to realize that this subject is a subject that is not only corely based on theory, but it has a lot of practical significance. Dr. Mandi, our faculty, adopted a very different approach that I had experienced. We were taught with live examples into the class. One of the different aspects of dealing with this subject was blog writing. We were expected to write blogs on a class teaching. That was something that I have never experienced before, and I hope I would never experience again. So talking about blog writing, we were expected to write the blogs on a class teaching, on a class learning. We were expected to cover the different topics involved in the class. One of the best examples that I could quote is that we were expected to write a blog on Khan Academy. How Khan Academy has achieved its results, what are the different aspects that have made Khan Academy a success. So that blog writing is one of the important aspects of these subjects. Now talking about the examples, the class activities. We had a tower building activity during the class as a part of the class activities, wherein we were expected to build a tower from cubes. The tower building concept highlighted creation of a successful goal, dynamics of a teamwork, successful communication, and execution of that goal. Another class exercise we had was 3 men crossing the valley. 3 men involved in crossing a valley highlighted again the dynamics of a teamwork, what goes into making a successful team, realization of those goals. Is it necessary for selecting the right members for the right job, training those people? So the 3 men crossing the valley example highlighted the different aspects that go into making a successful goal and realizing that goal. Another video that was shared in the class was the 3 monk video. It's a very famous Chinese video wherein a story revolves around 3 monks. 3 monk video is an international video that has been showcased on different platforms. when you were taught about that video in the class, you were expected to understand the different management concepts involved from that video. And when you understand those concepts, you realize the intricacies of being a successful manager. The different concepts highlighted in the Monk video was again team skills, job realization, communication, innovation. So a lot was learned from that video. Now talking about how I was able to correlate my learnings from the class with my job. I had previously worked for 19 months, but when I learned about the different concepts, I was able to realize how my managers behaved in that particular scenario in relation to that concept. And I was able to relate as in how would I have behaved had I been in the same situation. The concept that I learned in the class, I was able to correlate with my learnings from my job experience. So my learnings from the subject greatly told me how to behave as a manager in future and what all things not to do and to do while I was involved in a particular situation. So that is another great aspect that I was able to learn from my POM subject. Talking about the POMs, learnings from the POM subject as a whole, this subject taught us to be a successful manager. What all is needed, what all goes into making a successful manager. My learnings from the subject have greatly enabled me and greatly opened my mind to what all is expected of being a successful manager and how to go about being a successful manager. So to sign off, I say, Jai Ho Mandi. सोचो बेचो, बेचो सीखो, सीखो सोचो. That's all from my side.